Mr. Harold Perrineau, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, Mr. Mike Johnson.
Good to see you. Good to see you back on the screen, too. This is a great, fascinating series. Wanted to kind of dive right into it, and I will warn you, I don't have a medical degree, but I kind of want to play psychiatrist right off the bat
Oh,
because, yeah,
okay.
here we go. Um, because of, your shows that you're known for, like Oz, like Lost, and now with From. You seem to gravitate towards these situations where your characters just can't escape one thing or another. So I'm going to ask you, is there something in your life, Mr. Harold Perrineau, that you feel that you cannot escape?
Well, um, look, man, I'm a guy who's a married guy with 3 kids. And there are a number of things I can't get out of, but but some things I don't want to get out of. But at the end of the day, it's a thing that fascinates me. I find when people feel like they're in places and they don't have choices, what do they do? How do you survive? What do you do to live? What do you do to thrive? We're still human. We still have a need for enjoyment and fulfillment. And like when it feels impossible to get, what will you do to get it? And so those questions have been part of, my brain my whole life. And so I've been fortunate enough then to have worked on a number of projects that let me explore that kind of stuff. Oz was like that, and Lost, of course, was like that. And so now here we are at From. Again, again, yeah. So
Yep.
it's endlessly interesting.
That's great. Well, sorry, as a married man with 2 kids of his own, that hit a little too close to home as soon as you joked about that. But, but I mean, we're blessed.
There's no
we're
out,
blessed.
Mike. There's
Exactly.
no way out.
That's why we love shows like this too. You've been a part of these fantastic productions that have truly unparalleled world building, and just to list
Right.
a few. The Wachowskis with The Matrix, they just build this world. Baz Luhrmann as well, obviously a guy who just loves everything to be exactly what he wants in terms of the visual, aesthetic.
Yeah.
Do you as an actor either take everything that the writers and directors give you, or do you like to kind of filter it out in order to build your own world for the character?
I actually have to do a combination of both. Like in a world like Baz Luhrmann's world, Baz was so particular in Romeo and Juliet. He knew everything he wanted. And so because he knew everything he wanted, it opened up the space for us to play. You know what I mean? And so I could give myself parameters and places to play that were really fun, taking drugs, showing up at the party, coming in drag with my guns, you know what I mean? Like all of it in this really macho world, I could find like real things to like play with and mess around with. And so they were really, really good. But then when you do like big worlds like the Wachowskis, they do build a world, but there's so much CGI stuff. There's so much, you're still working a lot of times with just like a computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was on the Nebuchadnezzar and that was really great. And by the way, I think I messed up the first 3 days of work because I kept giggling about like being on the Nebuchadnezzar. I would just go, you guys, go to Nebuchadnezzar. They go action, right. So I really just loved it. I was just a fan from the first one. But there isn't a lot to work with. You really have to really mentally build a world. And really structure it and really know what you're doing so that it really feels real. So you feel connected to Morpheus, or you feel connected, to Trinity, like however it goes. And so there is a real combination of building. I like that myself. I think it's groovy when I get to like write up a world that really moves me, like in my heart and stuff like that, and then apply it to this other world. And I like collaborating like that. So it's fun.
Well, on that note, when you have something that has perhaps an encyclopedic type of history, you consider Lost, and now when we have From, there's a real history to the town, to the creatures, to your character as well. Do you have to know all the answers? Because I can imagine that a show like From and Lost don't give even the actors all the answers. So do you try to study as much as you can? Do you want to absorb that? Or can you live in the moment and just kind of build it more organically?
You know, you're right. They don't give you a lot of information. But the thing that's really great about it is that in each of those, and in From in particular, the immediacy of what's happening right now is enough to deal with. Like, I don't need to know what's happening with the town when the monster is right over, Kenny's shoulder. I just need to know how to get out of here right now, or how to, say, so it's the immediacy of the show, which is the thing that's also really exciting about it. And then the moments in between those exciting moments of like figuring out how you can, how you're going to make your next move. I don't have to have a real history of the place or any of that stuff, because I have to really respond immediately. And that's what I think the audience is going to really enjoy about it, that it's really like stirring and jarring, like in the moment. So
100%. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a lowball one since we already played psychiatrist here, but you had the opportunity to be lost in Hawaii, and now you shot in beautiful Nova Scotia.
Right.
One of the greatest, most beautiful parts of this already beautiful country. If you had to be stranded mysteriously in one place, you can either choose from one of those or just, throw in your own answer. Where would you want it to be?
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. That's interesting because they both offer such good things. But that being said, if I'm being really, really honest, I grew up in New York. And if I don't have to hang out in the winter again, I'm okay. So I'm going to go with Hawaii. Like, I'll just stay at the beach. But it is so beautiful here in Halifax. I did another film once up in Calgary. And again, just so beautiful. Like I did it with Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin and a bear. We were out in the woods. But it was so stunningly beautiful there. And I wanted to stay, and then winter hit. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Let's go.
That's hilarious. The Edge is one of my favorite, most underrated films, I feel. Like that is one of those films that I can't believe people don't talk about it more. Because, great cast, great script on that.
David Mamet. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
it's a great
exactly.
Script.
Well, it's funny because, I'll give you another lowball one because I was going to throw this one out at the end. But if you yourself had to face one of the infamous monsters that you've had to face, which one would it be? Because I'll give you a list once again. The creatures from, the smoke monster from Lost, or the bear from The Edge.
You just threw that in. Nice one. I'm going to go with the bear. I think I could outsmart the bear. I mean, I couldn't outrun it maybe, but for a while I could keep a good distance. How do you fight smoke? You can't fight smoke. There's no smoke, and we don't know what these creatures are, so I'm just gonna lay and wait and see a little bit more, because like right now I literally have no idea what they are, what they do. So like, I don't want to fight something if you have magic, and I don't have magic. So I don't know.
But if the bear sees this interview at this point, now it knows that all it has to do is wait till winter, and then pretty much it's got the advantage. Yeah.
Exactly. Because I'm going to be somewhere whining about being cold.
Well, Harold, this was great. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, Mike.
And more importantly, great first season, and congratulations on season 2. Really looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're having a good time here. So it should be fun.
Hey Real students, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to Real School, click that round Real School logo right beside me. Also click that damn notification bell so you're aware of all of Real School's new content. You can follow me on Twitter, and of course, if you get anything out of Real School, you can always give a little back. Just click the link in the description below or the button down there, and you can become part of my Patreon team.